Welcome to Challenge Yourself, Obstacles to Opportunities. My name is McKenna Reitz, and
I am Greg Reitz.
And we are so fired up to be your hosts of a rejuvenated podcast, bringing it back because we learned so much in our previous podcast that now we want to change things up a little by bringing us together again, because we've learned that we are truly better and stronger together than we are apart.
We actually have some conversations when you have someone to talk to.
I love this, man. That's from, But it is about having conversations with one another just about life and about how we have been able to take obstacles and turn them into challenges, whether they are minimal to life-changing and everything in between, and how we are continuously being approached by obstacles and how together we are battling them and how we are becoming stronger because of the challenges.
And overcoming them by turning them into the opportunities for growth and development.
Right. And we have to do it through communication. And that's why we want to have these conversations to empower you that you too can challenge yourself to turn obstacles into opportunities. And so what we just want to do is introduce ourselves, tell you a little about ourselves, who we are, why we matter, because you know what? Everyone matters. And also introduce you to, if you're watching this, our third daughter, Callie, who is obsessed with Greg, and so she will come and go as you please all throughout all these podcast episodes. So, Greg, how are you today?
Doing well. Really excited to get going and to get to know each other a little better, or at least to share who we are with others, so then we can delve into some conversations later.
I almost look at this as a free therapy session for us, because it's allowing us just to put everything out on the table, talk about the highs and the lows and everything in between, and do it together.
And get to spend some time together, because it's
we never really. This
schedule.
Is probably the most time we've spent together in a long time. So, just because of our schedules, and so I'm really excited about what we're creating here, and to be able to bring in more people into our family and welcome them.
Yeah.
So let's give them a little bit of background. We have been married for 13 years. Lucky number 13. We have two beautiful girls. Carson, who's in 6th grade, and Maddox, who is in 3rd grade. And then we have Callie, our mini golden doodle. We call her our COVID puppy, who has brought so much love into our life. And she's named Callie. And the reason why we named her Callie, C-A-L-I, is because
I am from California, or Cali.
And a lot of people want to know, why does Greg live in Toledo, Ohio, when he is from Huntington Beach, California? So let's start with that question.
What brought you out here? I actually left California to go to grad school, and I accepted a graduate assistant position at the University of Toledo. And that happens to be about 10, 15 minutes away from where we live now. 24 years ago, roughly, is when I left, maybe 25-ish, 26-ish. Is when I left California, and I haven't lived there since. So I've actually lived away from California more than I lived in California growing up. Crazy to think that.
So what about Toledo do you love?
The people. People are friendly here. It's been awesome. There's fresh air. There's lots to do. The cost of living is incredible when compared to the Southern California cost of living. But the number one thing that struck me and what brought me back here was the people and how they interact with one another.
It's funny when you said the people are nice. I'm like, we are?
Because you gotta find them.
You're always going to have the people. But, I grew up here and, went away to college and then came back, and this is my home and what I've always seen. And so, I'm very proud of where we live and be able to travel together as a family. So what's going on this week? What are you known for? What do you bring to Toledo?
What do I bring to Toledo?
Yeah.
Volleyball.
Okay.
I get to coach volleyball for a living. I coach at Lourdes University, which is in Sylvania, Ohio, which is a suburb of Toledo. I coach men's and women's collegiate volleyball. That is part of your job. Tell us more. what do you do?
If anyone sees the sarcasm right now, it's the blood is fueling right now because he knows what he's doing, because he's just pushing those, the men just push the buttons. That's what he's doing right now, inadvertently. But so I actually just had a huge life change. If you didn't know, but
Tell me more.
I will tell you more. After 18 years of teaching advanced placement psychology, I made the decision to resign and to teach beyond the classroom, beyond the four walls. As you can see, or you can see from the picture, my life forever changed. We had our youngest in May of 2015, and in November, I lost 90% of my hair due to an autoimmune disease called alopecia, which we'll get into in other episodes. But what it did is it showed me that my true purpose has always been there. I just couldn't see it because I was so focused on alopecia defining me. But when I started to define it and have someone close to me be my rock, be my support system, helped me get through my very dark storm, it showed me that I need to empower people beyond the classroom. And I have this calling to be on stages, to be talking to people, to be showing that we can reframe life challenges into gifts and opportunities and thrive because of them. And I also coach varsity volleyball. I'm in my 19th season, so I'm continuing doing that while also volunteering for Greg's program at Lourdes University. And that is a big question that people always ask. Can husbands and wives work together? And I would say 90% of the people that I talk to, they say there's no way I could ever work with my husband or with my spouse.
Most people would say no, but it's been, we haven't had the success rate that we'd like to see, but we've only been able to share the sideline a couple times thus far. So it's been awesome, though. We have completely different personalities, and you'll get to know that pretty quickly as you go into things. Some are really, really high energy people, and others are maybe more mellow people, not to define any individuals. But so I think it's been awesome. Plus, it gives us just a little more time to spend together, since that's what we chose to do for life. So it's been awesome.
And I think one of the big questions that that you just raised was the big word success. So a quick question to you, we're talking about challenging yourself. And when we started our volleyball business, I brought up the idea of challenge volleyball because I love being challenged. I love competition. I love having goals and reaching them and saying, now what? What's next? And if you know my husband here, he probably is the most competitive person you could ever meet in your life. And so when we challenge each other all the time. And so my question to you is how do you define success? You just talked about success and you really defined in one specific way, but is that really how you define success?
Yeah, no, I'm not just wins and losses by any stretch. We've got a good group of young women right now, and they're good people. And we just had a road trip that we didn't do overly exceptional at. But as they were all getting off the bus, they're all commenting to the bus driver, "Thank you for driving us. Please for everything. Thank you for everything." And I said, and I was having a conversation with them after the fact that, at least I'm around good people. Mm-hmm. And that's really the number one goal for me is let's develop good people. And what is our push with our daughters? Make them good people so that they appreciate and understand their opportunities that they have, maybe the challenges that other people are going through, but be appreciative of what you've got and understand, number one, other people don't all have that. And they might not all have the same exact situation you're in, but they've got a story to share. And that's been, that's the challenge at this moment is to see that, quote unquote, silver lining. It's not on the court necessarily. We're doing some good things, but we're not winning. But there's so many good things going on with the type of people that we are around. So that makes it easier to go and train and try to get better and try to achieve that other level of success, which is the societal definition of wins and losses. But man, it makes it so much easier when you've got a group of people that you really like to be around.
And I think as a coach, it doesn't matter if you coach youth sports all the way up to college or professional sports, we all want to win. We both love to win and we hate to lose. But if you're there just for that reason, you're in it for the wrong reason. Coaching high school, coaching college, we're not in it for the money. I mean, there is no money in it, but it's what we get and how we've grown as people through coaching. And, I have a squad that I have 7 seniors right now, and I've been coaching them for 4 straight years, and being able to see the little things that I've been working on for the past 3 years, and now it's hitting, and we're seeing that transformation, and it's just that win. That's the win that I'm so proud of everyone high-fiving each other, everyone getting excited when someone else gets a kill or someone else gets a dig, and, seeing the support of one another. That's, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. That's what life is all about, is supporting one another. And
the greatest thing about that is it goes hand in hand. Once those successes start happening, the other success goes along with it. And your squad right now it started as doing the little things really well and being different than they've been. And it's parlaying into the successes on the court. And you've got a great record right now. And they look to get better, obviously. You're always looking to get better. That's what we do as coaches. But to have the foundational camaraderie and friendship and kind of the things we love about the sport of volleyball is that community that you have on the court. Your team is displaying that. And I think I'm trying to emulate those styles to get our players to buy into, oh, I see that. So, I mean, it's another great thing about being able to coach together is we can coach separately as well, but then pick and choose different things that we might be able to use with our other team or teams.
And you have to understand, we've had a lot of obstacles. And, a lot of times we compare ourselves, our teams, our physical characteristics, our abilities or inabilities to other people. And so we feel that we are so far behind, or that, everyone else has that perfect life. What we don't see is behind the scenes. And so that's why we are having this discussion, is because we are going to show the behind the scenes. We're going to show the ups. We're going to show the really low lows to understand that everyone has a story. Everyone's struggling with something. What I've learned in my story is that because my story is visible, everyone sees that I'm quote unquote suffering with something, even though I'm not. I can feel and understand that everyone else is going through something. And we have to be able to support one another. And when we stop comparing and be inspired by one another, and when we understand that we're not alone, and that it's okay to not be okay, that some days are good, some days are bad, some days are great, some days are really crappy, but we're in this together. And that's what these conversations are going to be. We're going to continuously challenge you and, really force you to really think about the attitude that you have, the reactions that you have, the behaviors, mental, emotional, psychological, towards situations, towards driving in the car right now and dealing with traffic, to long lines at the grocery store, to, dealing with a boss that is having a bad day, to winning the lottery. I mean, we are constantly going to have obstacles. Winning the lottery is going to throw a big obstacle in front of you. I will still win it, though.
Yeah, I
will take that obstacle.
I step up to the challenge.
I will step up to that challenge. But we have to understand that every day is going to throw us obstacles. But it's how we reframe those obstacles, turn them into opportunities. And we're very excited to be able to have incredible conversations with one another, bring on special guests throughout the podcast, and, empower you to know that you too are not alone, and that we're in this together. When we learn and empower one another, the opportunities are endless.
Yep. Step up to the challenges, because those obstacles can be seen with perspective change to a challenge to make me better, as opposed to an obstacle to beat me down and make me a lower person. So let's challenge.
Let's go. Challenge yourself, obstacles, opportunities. Make sure you are liking, sharing with someone that you know that this will impact, and comment. Let us know how you are liking it. Any questions that you have, any topics that you want us to be talking about, any people that you want on the podcast. I'm a person that I'm not afraid to ask, and what's the worst they can say? No? Okay, thank you for your opportunity. Thank you for the time. We'll get you later. But we're excited. Can't wait to share this journey with you. And let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Fired up.